Hey, it's a Home Collector here. In today's video, we're taking a look at the 2-panel death card of Eduard Breu. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. It's going right from the top here. In prayerful remembrance of the Gebirgsjager Eduard Breu, farmer's son from Viting, born on July 9th, 1926, fell on November 1st, 1944, in the mountain position at Cittadella in Italy at the flowering age of 18 and a quarter years. Now, I was not able to find a casualty record for Eduard, but I did find him from Volksbund, and notes he's buried in the Costermano Cemetery, Block 6, grave 1231, which is near the town of Cittadella, which I think is what Cittadella probably got corrupted at some point. So, I believe that's probably where he was killed. That seems to line up. Now, there were a few Gebirgsjager divisions serving in Italy. However, I think he was probably part of the 189th Gebirgs Division, since they were operating on the Adriatic coast where Cittadella is, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And when you get into like late 1944, 1945, I'm always very hesitant to assign units to certain areas just because they get so fragmented by this point. It's, you know, people get separated and all of the confusion with the retreating and everything. So it's hard to tell 100% basically. Now, the British 8th Army was actually fighting up the Adriatic at this point, but they'd only made it to Forli, about 125 miles south of Cittadella, when Eduard was killed. And they should be, at least as far as I can tell, the nearest Allied troops to that area. So I'm not sure if Eduard was killed by partisans, if he was killed in an air raid. Unfortunately, without more information on the card or, having a record to look at, I really don't know. But kind of an unusual card regardless. Now, moving down to the bottom here, fallen. This terrible knowledge struck deep wounds in our hearts. Grief and pain want to consume us, for he will never return. He who was so dear and so good had to give up his precious blood. You've written to us so often, don't worry, dear ones, I'll be back, until we meet again. But it can no longer happen now, and should the peace bells ring, the victors go home rejoicing, then our tears will flow hotter, and sadly we will stand aside. And moving to the back of the card here, we have, O Mary, Queen of Heaven, pray for us. And it is noted that this is the altarpiece in the parish church in Firth in Wald, painted by Professor Anschutz, which is kind of neat. It's another backing you don't really see very often. So yeah, even though we couldn't find a lot of information, we're able to kind of sort of piece together where he fell, what was going on in the area. But yeah, unfortunately, without a casualty record, don't know 100%. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting. And I'll see you all again very soon.